What up guys, MBZ here, up to do another review, a long overdue review. I've been meaning to do this review for quite some time as well as other reviews. Unfortunately, due to some life circumstances, I had to be put on hiatus. But regardless, I'm here now, I'm ready to do this. So, today we're going to be looking at Sonic Mania. Burrito. Yeah, hi, what's up? Sonic Mania. Plus, what are we talking about right now? Sonic Mania just released a DLC expansion to the game known as Sonic Mania Plus. Okay, and... well, I don't know. I thought you'd be interested considering you're going to do a review of Sonic Mania. I thought you'd look into that, but I guess not. I mean, even with the physical release and whatnot. Wait, hold on. They have a physical release? I mean, yeah, the physical release is out already, but I see no point because you already started the review, so I think it's best just to keep on going since you already have it downloaded, and there's no point just going out and buying the game out. Back in early 2010, Sonic the Hedgehog hasn't been doing quite as well as we'd hoped he'd be in his recent games. With Sonic the Lost Worlds doing okay for what many would say, and Sonic Boom... the quest for redemption is certainly upon the blue blur. And with Sonic's 25th anniversary just around the horizon, the question just came to be about. Just what is next for our favorite blue hedgehog? Well, with the 25th anniversary extravaganza that went on, that question was soon answered with this. A brand new classical 2D platforming Sonic game. With all your favorite Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles being playable at the get-go. Sonic Mania! Or shall I say, Sonic Mania Plus for Nintendo Switch, PlayStation Plus, Xbox, and PC. Sonic Mania originally came out in 2017 via only download, but now in 2018 they released Sonic Mania Plus, offering not only a physical copy of the game, but more content along with returning characters Mighty the Armadillo and Ray the Flying Squirrel. Good job getting out of that bar, buddy! I knew you could do it! As shaken as our fellow Hedgehog's future might have been, this game showed a lot of promise, but will this be the shiny beacon of hope, or another nail to the coffin? Well, let's get started. Our story begins with Eggman being depressed. A strange reading has been picked up at Angel Island and it's up to Sonic and Buddy to go investigate. Unfortunately, Eggman's egg robos beat the heroes to the punch, extracting this mysterious gem out from the ground and causing some sort of weird time warp thingy. I don't know how to explain this. This gem is called the Phantom Ruby, and with its mysterious powers, causes the heroes to go flung back into in time. I don't even know. The Great Hell Zone again. The 5 egg robots at the scene turn into hard-boiled heavies by the Phantom Ruby's power with their own attire and perks and quirks, and it's up to you to stop them and Dr. Robotnik from using that Phantom Ruby for any more evil. Cause you know, bad guys. So now you're off on a grand adventure using 5 characters with their own abilities, going through 12 zones, 8 returning, or remixed, and 4 brand spanking new ones. Upon the start menu, whoops, wrong one. Upon the start menu, you're offered a few things that you're able to do. Mania mode being your main adventure, Encore mode being your second main adventure, Time attack allowing you to test your speed and skill in each zone, competition up to 4 players with the Plus expansion able to compete with one another in each zone that they choose, and there's options and extras, which is self-explanatory. Mania mode being the main adventure of it all, has you able to choose up to all the 5 characters, or even Sonic and Tails if you choose to. The quest remains relatively the same no matter who you choose, but there are a few exceptions, but other than that, it's the same adventure, just different character. Every zone is divided into 2 acts. The first act for returning levels remain mainly intact and similar to how they used to play back then, ending the first act with a little tussle with the mini-boss. The second act of zones generally be a little bit more revamped than the first one, adding different gameplay and or gimmick into levels, keeping them oddly fresh. And I like it. By the end of every level or act 2, you're able to fight against Robotnik himself. I honestly find this the best level construction for a 2D Sonic game ever, or at the very least video, so far. There are also bonus levels where you're able to nab a Chaos Emerald, which in every act you have an attempt to with a giant ring. There's also these other bonus stages of get the blue spheres. Let me tell you folks, I hate this. I suck at it really, really badly. Simple game, just collect all the blue balls. But unfortunately, I want to go perfect. And how do you do that? Well, it's not that simple. First, so you got the blue spheres count on the left corner and the rings on the right. Meaning that you have to know a way to turn the blue spheres into rings and collect all of those. The red spheres are an automatic game over, well, just for that bonus level, so you don't want to touch those. But let's say you do get all the rings and now you got a few blue spheres left. Well, congratulations. In that game, the longer you stay, the faster you go, and the faster you go, meaning that, well, controlling your character is a bit, how we say, hard as hell. Collecting all the rings and attempting to get it perfect mean that you got that far into the game, so now you become uncontrollably fast. Remember, you still got blue sphere left, you don't want to touch the red one or else all your work will be in. There you go. Oh god. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh god. Oh, please. Yes! Yes! Finally! Yes! Ah! Took me forever! Although these type of medals just serve the purpose of giving you some extra goodies in the extra mode. Each character you play as throughout your journey will have a unique ability to bring to the table. Sonic has a new ability called a drop dash that allows him to charge a spin dash in the air, and once he makes contact with the floor, he takes off. He can fly using the two shells he's got to propel himself up in the air. Knuckles can glide and climb like he did back in the good old days, although there's no punching no matter how much you advertise that. With oldcomer, Mighty's able to take the damage for Spike at least once in a while, and is able to do this drop attack. Meanwhile, Wraith the Flying Squirrel can glide. Elemental Shield return for Sonic 3 with the Lightning Shield providing a double jump for Sonic, collecting rings nearby, and also impervious to lightning attacks. With the Bubble Shield equipped, it prevents the characters from drowning underwater, but also provides a bounce attack for Sonic. With the Fire Shield, it provides a flame dash attack for Sonic, and also is impervious to fire. And also set oil on fire too. Other powers return from classic Sonic games such as the Shield, the Invisibility, and the Speed Shoes, just to name a few. Even though I think that's pretty much the rest. All that aid protecting you for your quest, let me tell you the journey itself is quite beautiful. In fact, graphically speaking, this game is just gorgeous. I mean, look at this. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm a sucker for sprite animation. In fact, this is just the best damn looking one there is. Just a true homage and celebration from the past. It's just glorious. Another small thing I appreciate is just the way Sonic looks. The design they went with is just perfect and right for this Sonic. It looks like they went off the basis of Sonic 1 and 2 in terms of design, and I think this is the best one there is. This design is not only iconic, but definitely looks much sleeker and better. This is the Sonic I think of when they mention the Sonic Genesis era. Of course, there's the redesign for Sonic in Sonic 3 and Knuckles, which I don't believe is better. It certainly is much more a graphical improvement, and I appreciate that, but he looks so much more chubbier and not as agile. That's just me though. The level difficulty for Sonic Mania isn't horrible. In fact, it's not even that hard. It starts out easy, but of course, the more you go into the game, the harder it gets, but I don't think it's something that you're not prepared for, even more so if you're a veteran of the classic Sonic games. Curveballs will be thrown here and there, but I don't think these are things to completely stop you. In fact, these are things to learn from and overcome easily. The level difficulty for that is just right, and the campaign length isn't too long, well, for one character. It takes about 2 to 3 hours to beat, give or take, but there is a lot of replayability, such as other features, Chaos Emeralds, and playing the other characters and finish their campaigns. Also, new addition is Encore mode, which is, well, in a sense, Mania mode, but replayed again. Well, it's not a one-to-one copy and paste, per se. You get to start off your adventure with Sonic, no dur. With the newcomers, you're able to select one of them to be your partner, either Ray the Flying Squirrel or Mighty the Armadillo. Once your partner is selected, the adventure begins, and you're actually able to switch off between the two characters as you go through your journey. The adventure starts you off again from Green Hill Zone, with the level structure being the same from going on from there. The zones you revisit have been reconstructed differently, which parts of the level layout have been altered in some ways, as well as the obvious change of color pigment that you use now. In Encore mode, you're able to actually recruit more characters throughout your journey. Although unlocking character varies, alternating between all the characters you have recruited isn't as simple as it may seem. You're kind of stuck with the two characters you got right now until you come across these switches of some kind. They can swap the next one in line for you that's in your team right now, or they can assign you a random team. It's not an awful gameplay design, but I do find it a bit flawed that you can't actually freely use whoever you want in your entire adventure. And imagine if you actually hit the block, then, well, you're kinda screwed. It's not all awful, you have plenty of opportunities to switch back to the character you want. Eventually. As long as you ain't to the end of the zone, you'll get your chance. With nice little gameplay mechanics added and some changes to the levels here and there, Encore mode as a whole, I can't help but feel like it's a cheap way for playability. I'm sorry, this is actually how I feel. On the plus side, it's pretty nice. With the 2 characters added with plus, you get a second adventure on top of everything you already have going. But it's not like they've changed a lot. It's practically the same adventure, just a different coat of paint. I mean, it's not awful. The more you play through the game, the more you find these changes more noticeable and whatnot. But at the end of the day, I don't find this to be as appealing as they try to sell themselves off as. But with Encore on the side, there are some other things that Plus Edition does offer. Well, small changes to what Mania mode already had going. One small detail I appreciate is the state transitions between the levels. After beating the second act, your character will be shown in a cutscene traveling to the next zone. This is pretty nice, kind of showing how all the worlds you're going through is pretty much connected in some way or another. Each time had their own different way of traveling to the next zone, but unfortunately that wasn't always the case, as there'll be some instances when the screen just went black, and you'll be prompted to the next zone without any explanation. This to me personally never bothered me in any way, but I can definitely see the inconsistency and how it just kind of seems abrupt and out of nowhere. However, and plus they took the liberty of actually making stage transitions to every stage that didn't have one, making it seem like it's one big giant adventure. One last thing on the top of my head I can really discuss is the music. Just the sound of it, everything. Old and new, remix, whatever it is, it's just, God, so glorious. I can't say that every music piece here caught my ear and really was catchy for me to listen to, but overall, as a whole, it's just great. Just everything about it just makes me want to tap my feet to it, and I just can't help but want to stay around and listen. And it doesn't have to be in-game music that really caught my ear. It's all the promotion stuff they've done, the trailers, the commercials, the freaking intro they added from a trailer commercial. Wow! I'm just grinning ear to ear every time I listen. It just really could not get any better than that. Hell, they even made a reference to a technical difficulty they had on their 25th anniversary stream going on that made an iconic and unforgettable noise that's also ear-grating annoying. References and icon features galore, Sonic Mania is just a big love letter to all Sonic fans back in the Genesis days. It does way too much right than wrong, and honestly speaking, this is a game I just cannot get mad at. There's just too much love and care put into this game by developers who were just a big fans of Sonic the Hedgehog themselves, which is just amazing. Christian Whitehead, Simon Tomley, and so many more. I don't know these folks from the top of my head, but they have had their history with Sonic the Hedgehog one way or another, and I appreciate them coming on board and doing this project, because they did a fan-freaking-tastic job of making this game, my goodness. Sonic Mania was just a Sonic Genesis game made in this era, done completely right, and everything that we expected it to be, it's there. And plus, it's nothing more than just addition of what could make something great better. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. People were pretty confused on how Plus would work if they already had Sonic Mania, thinking that they'd buy Sonic Mania again to get Plus. Alright, so if you don't know, if you have Sonic Mania, Plus is nothing more than just a DLC addition to it, only $5, which is really awesome. So don't worry, you're not going to have to buy the game again and the DLC just to play the DLC. You only need to buy the game once if you want to get the DLC. Well, for those who just want to stick with digital, as Sonic Mania Plus released their own physical copy for the game. So if you already bought the game digitally and you want the physical copy of the game, you're basically going to have to buy the game again with the DLC added with it for the physical copy. Even as a Sonic fan, to me, the guy who saw the trailers and was just immediately hooked onto what they were offering, I honestly could not care less. I don't mean to brag, but I did not just buy the digital version of this game. I bought the collector's edition, which certainly had its price much higher than what the digital version offered on its own. But with how things were going with me, I had the money to spare, and honestly speaking, I did not mind. I wanted to support the game as much as I could because it just wowed me at the beginning, and no game of Sonic has done that in so long. I didn't care that I had to buy the game again for Sonic Mania Plus when the physical copy came out. I was one of those begging so much for it, and now it's here, well, I'm just gonna put my money where my mouth is. I was like, alright, I got the chaos bags. What I needed. As a simple game as Sonic Mania may come off as, there's still a lot I want to talk about, but unfortunately, I do believe at this point for the video, it's time to come to a close. With everything I said, comes the situation that I get to pay for this game as much as I want, up to $60 for being great, and $1 being, well, you know, not so great. How much would I pay? I would probably pay $60, 100, 120, 80. Even though I spent well over $100 for this game, honestly speaking, I think it's definitely well worth over $60. You'll definitely get a bang out of your buck by paying for the game brand new for about $35 or a marketing for. And that's just being way too generous. Everything they've done, I do believe they deserve more, and they deserve all the support and dollars they can earn. This game was honestly what we needed for our favorite little blue hedgehog, and I'm just so glad it came to be. If you haven't picked up Sonic Mania for whatever reason on any of your new-gen consoles such as PS4, Xbox One, and Switch, what are you waiting for? This is the classical platform game we've all been waiting for, and let me tell you, you're missing out if you haven't gotten it.
So, as you can see, folks, Sonic Mania does a lot of right than wrong, personally, in my opinion. I mean, there's just, I don't know what bad to say about this game. I mean, gosh, we went down the list from the music, the graphics, the gameplay, everything's done. I want to say perfect. I don't want to say I don't want to give it too much credit, but it's just there.
Nowadays, we're not paying for the special edition for games. Generally, AAA games, when they sell for over $60, only provide for just the game of the case when it comes to physical copy. Not to say that they're bad games or it's a bad thing or anything, but there isn't much else except for just the game in the case.
Or for just about $30.
You get the magnificent and wonderful game that is Sonic Mania, along with some other small goodies that come with the physical copy aside from the game, as well as a little art book that you can look through, a holographic case cover, and, well, a reversible cover face. All of that plus the game with the price that they're offering? I know where I'm spending my money, and I think you guys should too. I recommend you all get this game.
And that just about wraps up my review for Sonic Mania. That's longer than should have. I'm an idiot. But regardless, thank you guys so much for watching. And since I'm doing the review biz again, I guess I should start keeping this momentum going about which video game should I review next. I feel like there was some other game of some sort of relevance to this that has some sort of significance. I just can't put my finger. What in the...
This ain't right.